Good afternoon, everybody. This is Daryl. Thank you for tuning in, and Spotify, Pandora, all the streaming sites, and all the social media platforms. You guys are a wonderful audience. Today, I'm going to be going over competitor keywords. We're going to be talking about these topics for about an hour, and I don't really have any objectives today. So we're going to go to Spyfu, one of the key softwares that I use to create to identify the different competitor keywords and stuff. And we'll go from there. So the reason why I chose Spyfu, it was from a marketing educational program that I a while back, and I felt it was the best for me because not only does it give me competitor keywords, it allows me to get a lot of different companies who are paying for keywords and different words that you're supposed to be using for your content that people are searching, that is brought to ads, which is something that I can't really get from searching on, for example, Facebook. Now, I think that competitor keywords are very important because the biggest thing that you need to be aware of is what other people are doing who are similar to your business. Sometimes it's a bit frustrating because why would someone want to pay attention to their competitors when they need to be focused on their clients? However, to stay competitive in your market, to actually gain market share and not just put out content and get customers, but not really impacting anything when it comes to the market itself, you have to be aware of a few different areas within an industry. Those things are a supplier, there are the channels, there are the customers, there are your vendors, and there's also the associations, and there's also your competitors. Then there's your business. Having a comprehensive view of all these different aspects of the industry that you're working in as a business is very important to take into consideration what you're going to be looking at and how you're going to manage paying attention to and being related to your competitors. Lots of time we like to post things and we don't really think about the fact that there's tons of other people out there who are doing the same exact thing that you're doing. And the only way to stay much more in tune with the trends and what's going on with your clients and the industry as a whole, you have to pay attention to businesses that are doing as you do. Excuse me. A lot of people say that it's important to not say bad things about your competitors, and that's true. However, that's the only thing people talk about. They don't talk about how some competitors are actually changing the game in your market, and it'd be much smarter to pay attention to what they're doing rather than just ignoring them. And they also don't talk about how competitors are not necessarily just competitors. If you do something with people who are similar to you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get much more value, and you're going to give much more value to these customers that you're trying to pull into your business. And then on another note, that's what you're doing anyway when you're giving out value, where you're talking about different products and services, and you're giving out answers to questions, and you're looking at the different levels of the buyer interest and the different areas in the customer journey. You're going through and you're interacting with different clients and customers and products and services that are not your own, which are in a sense your competitor. Right now I'm on Spyfu. I'm trying to sign in right now. I'm not sure if it is possible because my computer is super slow. It's always slow. It's always slow. It's not anything new. So I'm logging in right now, and I'm going to just use some of the software. Now, we can look at this software itself, and we can also go onto Google and just look through a couple of ways that we can find what your competitors are using. It's just one form of looking up your competitors. And just because someone is doing something in your business that is similar to yours, that is not your business, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're your competitors. Because for me, I chose my competitors. I didn't just go to Google or to Spyfu and was like, yo, this business is my competitor because they're using the same words I am. No, no, no. This is just people in the industry as a whole that are getting success. And those are your competitors, because if they're getting customers that are not yours, obviously it's competition, right? However, when it comes to a side-by-side look, I think it's more choose a competitor yourself. Just like how to train your dragon, right? You're going up to the top of the mountain. You're supposed to choose the dragon for you, right? For Avatar, you're supposed to choose the dragon for you. You're not supposed to just go around and just, have the dragon find you, and, you have your competitors here and there. No, no, no. When it's a tribal times, no, you choose the person that you're supposed to go up against. You don't just wait for it to happen, and you don't just think that just because that they're different or that they're after the same thing that they're a competitor. Okay, so I logged in, and it's super easy to look up competitors yourself, right? Because at the top of the search bar, it just allows you to put in competitor, right? And usually it's the website that you want to put in. So in this instance, I'm just gonna choose a website, and we're gonna go with there, Adidas.com. By using the competitor search function, you're able to look at these different words that this website is using. And it has a lot of other things, but this is not necessarily a promotion of them. This is more of just me explaining the software that makes it super easy for me to find the words that other people are using. So it shows like the organic keywords, the SEO clicks, how many paid keywords, how many monthly clicks that they're getting. And it's super awesome, right? Now, as we go down, it shows the top keywords that it's being searched for right now. And it's per month, I believe. And for example, it has the Adidas Yeezys, right? And then it has the Yeezy Supply, which had 20,000 clicks. And then it has like Adidas Shoes, which is like 50,000 clicks. And then as you go along, you can look at view all organic keywords, and then you'll be able to look at the different ones that are on there. And just this one, I use a different section. I'll be able to like look at these different things that are from different competitors that I didn't know about, rather than the competitors that I did know about. So right now my computer's freezing up, and we gotta wait. So give me a second. So it has a section called Keyword Research where you'll be able to go in and check out the different types of keywords that are on there. So, for example, well, it's really not allowing me to search up right now, so it's okay. We can continue to understand that you can use different softwares free and be able to find different competitors, different styles, different products and services that are different from yours in order to see what they're doing. And the reason why you're doing this is so that you can see what works and what doesn't work. It's the same thing as looking at for your customer, right? You have a dream customer, and you had an archetype or a summary of a customer that you do want to work with, but aren't right now, and it's really detailed and stuff. And then finding someone who's a person who in real life who actually is a customer that you would want in the future, right? So for me, for example, we have George Mitropolo. He works for a TV radio media company out in Greece, and he does drone photography. Right, it's the type of customer that I want to work with. It's the same type of thing as looking for a customer, a competitor keyword. As I have someone in real life that I can follow to see what they're doing, what works, what they're doing that doesn't work, things that they like, things that they don't like. I can do the same thing with my competitors. I can look at different businesses that are similar to mine, and I can see what they're doing, what's right, what they're doing that I can improve on, and I'll have a fuller understanding of what I can do for my content in the future, which is what this is all about. Now, the computer unfroze, and it's showing that for Spyfu is looking for keyword research. It's the tab that's up right now on my computer, and I can just type in something that's super specific to what I want to target for my customers, right? So, for example, I'll put in sports manager, actually. And then it'll pull up related keywords. What's been advertised? What's the history of these keywords? Who's actually putting out links and blog posts and different videos and content on the internet and linking back to this type of subject? There's SCRP analysis, and then there's Google Ads, right? There's a lot of different things that you can add on to this using this software. And it's super awesome. So, for example, for Sports Manager, right, there is about 27,000 similar keywords, and you can just, and for our purpose, we're going to say that it's words that people are using to find people like me, right, marketers. So, for example, it says Excel sports management worldwide. There's questions that are on there, right? It says what are some careers in sports management? What can you do with the sports management, etc. Which the following is not a sports management. What is sports management? So you can already see that it's providing value that you can give to others and things that you can expand upon. You can already see the many ideas that are on there. And from our last episode, two classes ago, you could tell that you can also take these questions, take these keywords that you're finding out about on this software, and you can put it into a keyword sheeter, which will provide more ideas that you could address. Now, you can take those ideas and put them into a keyword analysis software tool, which is the same thing as Spyfu, but does it for like bulk, so for multiple keywords at once instead of one by one. And then you could just see which ones are being searched for, they're not being searched for. Now, for let's continue on with the SEO research, and let's So what I'll do is I'll go to the competitors tab in Spyfu, and it'll show all the different competitors that are ranking for these keywords, for the keywords that this website is using. Now, for my business, I could just use my website, or I can just put in a keyword, and then it will show the different websites that have them, and those you could choose from. So, for example, the top organic competitors for Adidas are Nike, Under Armour, Reebok, Dick's Sporting Goods, etc. Now, what if you don't have what if you don't have a website that you know of a competitor of yours? What do you do then? So what I did was I went to Google, right? I went to Google, which is what I'm searching up right now. Give it a second because it's kind of slow. And I typed in branding, right? A brand company. Now, these are the businesses that I chose for my, and I'll tell you why in a second. But just for our purposes, we'll choose the first one that we see. It's Jackson Labs Business Strategy and Brand Development, the business management consultant out of Phoenix, Arizona, in the United States of America. So what I did was I went to these the different companies that I searched up that I felt had a name and a few sentences that stood out to me that I felt that I connected with the most, because I felt like if these companies stood out to me, this is something that I want to strive for. This is something that I want to go towards and actually become like similar to in terms of style and the ability to have a personality, not just a company itself. So I went to their website, right? So I went to jacksonlabs.com, for example, and I looked on the site, and I decided for myself as an entire look. Does it stand out to me? Do I feel that it connects with me? Do I feel like this is something that I can see myself doing in the future? And if it was, I put it on the side, right? So let's say, for example, Jackson Labs, it's a nice site. You guys are going hard with the different companies that you're working for. It looks like a very comprehensive site. It looks very, very awesome. Okay, cool. I like that company, right? So I would say I like this one. I think this was cool. So I'll go back to Google and I'll check out the second company, and I went up to like 25 to like 50 different businesses in my field, right? So for another example, let's go to. So I can't find one right now, but it says that I could go to clutch.co and I can look up some different companies. So for example, Tenet Partners, which is the first one I saw. So I went to the website, right? I'm clicking on the website. Because I looked at the thumbnail, I looked at their name, I looked at their short description, I was like, you know what, they look pretty cool. Let me check them out. So I went to the website. And say that I didn't feel the type of brand that I feel connected with me, right? Say Tenet didn't, right? I'm like, okay, no, right? So I went to their website. I'm going to the website right now, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's loading. And from it looks really awesome. Okay, cool. I like this one. So I put this one on the side. So now I got Trainer and I got Jackson Labs, right? So let's say I had like 10, about 5 to 6 different companies that are similar to mine that I thought was really awesome, something that I could strive for in the future. And then now I have to choose like my top 2, right? So now I have to go into their website, look at their tabs, look at their about page, actually do some research and see like what makes them like super awesome and why people choose them, right? And then once I have it boiled down, I'll choose like two, and I'll be like, all right, this one and this one. So let's say for example that Jackson Labs and Train and Design were my top two, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. These are my competitors that I chose for myself. I chose my dragon. Now I'm super happy because now I have something that I go off of so that I can continue to improve myself. Now, notice that this isn't something that I'm trying to do to try to like destroy these companies, right? Like, no, I don't want Jackson Labs coming after me or me going after them, or I don't want no drama between me and Train and Design. Like, no, it's not about that. I'm not trying to steal their. Well, for one, it helps feel not alone in what you're doing in your business. See, if I was a sports manager, right, usually I'm just focused on the sport itself and what I'm doing in my duties. I really think about other people struggling, dealing with problems that I may be dealing with, and things that other sports managers are doing that are actually making things better for me. So it's important to understand that, or to realize that once you choose these competitors, quote unquote, now you have some potential allies. Like now I could go to Jackson Labs, I could go to Trainer, and I could be like, you know what? Like, hey guys, like here's some value, here's some things that I was doing. Would you like to get on my podcast? Like, let's actually like try to help each other out. I'm willing to do some stuff for you guys, like no worries, no problems. If there's anybody who's looking for a company, I can introduce them to you. Like you could actually become partners and actually build each other up instead of putting each other down, right? And that makes everything easy for you because now you know that there's someone out there going through the same struggles, and it's not this cutthroat world that people believe in when it comes to business. Not all businesses are like that. If you think that every business is a cutthroat business, go to a daycare. Go to a daycare, a children's daycare, and tell me if it's cutthroat. I tell you right now, it's not, because not every business is about cutting throats. All right, not about being a dick. All right, it's about whatever the business is about. Competition is tough, and yes, it is difficult to go through the struggles of the ups and downs of finances and life and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that every person that is doing something that is similar to you is somehow bad or out to get you. Okay. And then the second reason is now that you have your two competitors, now it makes your purpose of marketing much more solidified. The reason why is because when you do it yourself, you don't have any like research or data backed up. You have to go off your experiences, your degrees, your skills, and stuff like that. And sometimes that can fall short because a lot of people, they can be like, so what? I only care about me. However, when you have these competitors that you're focused on and that are next to you that you can reference to, now when you're saying that, hey, I want to put out this campaign, I want to put out this program, I want to put out these marketing materials, you can now say, I've seen this business do it, my competitors, and I think it's awesome, and I want to try it. And then you can add it to the other data that you have, your experiences and all that other stuff. And the third reason is now you have competitors. Now you don't have to look like a selfish prick. Now you can go to your customers and clients, and if they're really looking for a company that's different from yours, you actually have people that you can reference them to, and now you're still building a relationship with that person. And you're not just, this is something I shouldn't be doing, and you don't look. Okay, it shows that you're actually trying to help people out, whether or not they work with you or not. Okay. We'll take the link, right? Give me a second, guys. I gotta check my timer, see how that's going. Okay, so let's see how long I've been on. Let's see. About 30 minutes. Okay, so it'll be good. All right, so I am going to. Oh no! I gotta pull that up. So, the computer's so slow. Gotta pull that back up. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So now we're here, and then we're pulling up this. Excuse me. Okay. Now we have the website, right? jacksonlabs.com, and we'll put it over here, and we'll put it over here in Spyfu under the SEO Research tab, under the competitors tab. Press enter and watch the magic. Okay, so the great thing about using this software is now that you have a competitor that you chose, right? Now you can see who their competitors are. And by default, the competitors that are Jackson Labs competitors are also my competitors because we're in the same field. Maybe or maybe not. Sometimes the websites use the similar words that people are searching online, but have nothing to do with the things that you are selling, the things that you're marketing. So sometimes it's good to check the website for yourself. Let's look at this right now. So it says here that Jackson Lab has 4 other top competitors. It's Silling.com, innovationsmedia.com, rebelsplayground.co.za, and brandintelligence.net. Okay, so let's look at. So as you can see, well, you can't see it, but when you scroll down, you'll be able to see the name of the website of the competitors that you searched in, the number of keywords that they use commonly, and then the number of words that they're using in total, the number of clicks that they're getting using those words, and the monthly value of those clicks, right? So let's look at Let's look at Jackson Labs first, right? And we'll see if I have to blow my nose. Hold on, guys. Gotta blow my nose. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so it says here when it looks at the overview of the competitor Jackson Labs. Trying to So I'm trying to find the area where it has the words itself, so that I can explain how you can look at the words and add them to your content plan. Okay, so I'm having difficulties finding the words. Okay, so here's the first few that we can see right now, and it's Ogilvy Culture. There's web optimization consultants. There's social brand intelligence, corporate identity development. Now, as you can see here, by having a content plan that's based off of what my competitors are using, I'll have to make sure that I focus on some of these words. So if I'll try to focus on sports consultants, well, sports management, right? For example, what I'll do is I'll look at the sports management words that people are searching online, and then I'll also include corporate identity development. So, as a sports manager, how do you develop a corporate identity? And I'll start to answer questions that are specific towards sports managers. That way, I am also looking at the market as a whole and not just looking at what people are searching, so that I can grab as many people as I can to help them out. Because that's what the point of this top level of making marketing material. It's supposed to bring in more awareness of your brand. It's supposed to increase the conversions, and it's supposed to bring in as much people as you can. So looking at the competitive keywords is a very good way to focus in on some of the words that are getting results. Okay. Because as you look online and you look up these different ways to these different words that people are searching for in your line of work, you'll come to realize that some things that people are looking up online, they're not really using, even if it's a word that people are usually buying from. So understanding what your competitors are using allows you to understand where the money is being made. Okay. So let's take it another step further. We'll take corporate identity development. Actually, let's go to Ppc Research, because this looks at the amount of paid advertising, the words that are targeted. Okay. Jackson Labs doesn't have one, but if we go to Adidas.com and use their website, I'm pretty sure they use advertising. I've seen commercials, so I'm sure that they use it. We can look at the most successful paid words that people are searching for, that's gotten them some paid clicks, some searches through mobile phones. So for example, on here for Adidas.com, Real Madrid, that's a keyword, a couple words that people are searching for that they've used in their advertising that's gotten them results. As you can see here, they got the cost per click was about 57 cents. They got the monthly cost is about $286 for the advertising, and this is the ad copy. It shows the ad copy that they used to be able to do it as well, which is really awesome. And by using this type of software, for example, it shows all the keywords that are using their advertising, but it also shows the major words that people that surrounds their entire campaigns. They show words that they're using in their advertising that people would consider buying, which is very key, because you show the different levels. It's like navigational, right, versus informational words. The core words could just be the informational words, but the consider buying words that are here being shown from Spyfu shows the navigational words. And then you can create content based off of that using videos, social media, Instagram, stuff like that. You don't have to necessarily use paid advertising, but you can, because you'll be able to see the differences. So notice how for regular competitive word, the paid advertising words, like Real Madrid, is different from the SEO, the organic words that Adidas use and is getting results. For example, as it loads, I'll show you the difference. Oh, excuse me. So notice how in the advertising it's Real Madrid versus how the organic for Adidas is Adidas Yeezys and Yeezy Supply. So you kind of see there's two coins, right? The first one is about a place, a location, Madrid, the real Madrid. And then the other ones is like a specific shoe created by Kanye West, Yeezys, the Yeezys, right? So now you get to see like the differences. If you're using it for Jackson Labs, and say Jackson Labs had a paid advertising for, instead of corporate identity development, it'd be for like brand strategy. You'll know the differences that one of them is for a specific department inside of a business that that they have to target versus a concept. So now you have different offices and you have concepts, and now you can differentiate how you're going to use this information in your content. Okay. So now we're going to go over a few more things. Let's see here. What's the time? 43. Pretty good. It's nice. All right. Let's try to get this. We kind of already went over how to find some competitors, how to find what they're using super easy software. Actually, let's go back. Let's look at how to find some keywords from a competitor without using software. How to do it for free. So that is so you can get 2 coins. You can get 2 different strategies. Because that's what I did for my branding. I had to find it out for free before I found the actual things that work. Okay, so if I was doing it for free, what I do is I'll go back to Jackson Labs, right? Let's use training and design this time. So I'm here on training and design, right? I have my competitor out. What words they're using to bring in people. It's going to be super simple. It's going to be an obvious moment, but we need to make sure that we're clear on how to really do this, okay? Because it's not hidden, okay? Because that's what a lot of people think. And that's what I thought as well when it came to using content based off what other people are saying. For me, it felt like a ghostly concept, right? How could I find out what other people are saying when I don't know what they're saying? They're not on. Like, how could I go to these different sites and actually know what they're saying? Because it's not like they have a red flag up saying, hey, here's what matters to me. And they're not, the people that are my clients, they're not going online and putting up ads for like, hey, I'm a client, come show me this marketing that you're so good at so I can buy. No, they're not doing that. It's like they're just commenting, liking, sharing, normal stuff that normal people do. It's like, how do I really identify what people who are my clients want the words, right? So I already showed you how to do it naturally by looking at Google suggestions, Google Trends, looking at the words from blogs, going through the blog posts. Let's do it for the competitors. So I have the website up right now, and I have the I'm on their homepage. What I would do, just showing you right now, is I'll look at the most important thing on the first page, and then I'm going to use those words because those are the words that are on their homepage. It's the most important words. If it wasn't the most important, it wouldn't be on the first page. Okay. So on the first page, the words that I see first is real life, real insights, real action. So for me, I choose insights. Like if I'm going, I understand now that my quote unquote competitor for this example, Train and Design, they're using insights as their marketing material. So it's like, okay, what type of insights are important to them? This one, it says, see the Facebook case study. So obviously, Facebook insights. All right, so if I'm going to be putting up content on my Instagram, my Twitter, it has to reflect Facebook and the insights you can get from Facebook. Now, there's Facebook Analytics, there's using the Facebook search bar, there's Facebook groups, there's all these different things I can talk about, right? And it will still have to be tied to the main theme category of insights itself, right? Now, it says here a little summary of their business. Right now that I see that they focus on inspiring audiences, and they're focused on visionary companies. So visionaries, innovators, visionaries, and inventors. So I feel like those would be words that I would be focusing on. Then it's technology, next gen. Now it's showing some of their future work, right? So on their future work, they have a picture about genetic insights for parents. So they're focused on parents. And then it's like next frontier, quantum SI. So they're obviously focused on tech companies. And then there's like a brewing company as well. So now I have an idea of what kind of what this competitor is using, and how I may have what tools that I can use as a jumping off point to be able to further my ability to make content. Another thing I would do is I'll go to their services, right? I'm gonna go to the service so I can understand kind of what they're doing, what they focus on. So this page, it starts off with building intelligent brands. So I'm scrolling down and they're focusing on design, strategic design. So that's a focus of what they're focusing on. So sorry, that's kind of I forgot what that word is called when you say the same thing twice, but you get the idea. That it's that this competitor is focusing on strategic design for their clients. So their clients want strategic designs. Okay? That's what I want you to understand. It's not about necessarily at this point, I look at what they're not showing, but to look at what you're seeing right in front of your face so that you can make the decision of what you're going to use in your content. Now, I'm scrolling down and it talks about brand strategy and identity. And then I'm scrolling down more. Interactive websites. E-commerce solutions is a big one for them. So that's what they're focusing on, e-commerce solutions. And then talking about more graphic design. And they're talking about branding and creative partnerships. So now we have like a full list of different things, different topics that this competitor is talking about. And now I could see what I can do to add it into my repertoire so I can expand on what they're doing. Okay, this is going great. Now, we're going to focus this next section on excuse me. We're going to focus this next section on application. How could I apply this? So that is super easy. Okay, so what I would do all right. So for for application, the biggest thing that we had taken from the biggest insight that we had taken from our last class with the 9 customer levels and the 3 categories of the customer journey is that having a content partner with the overarching buyer interest level. So as a recap, there's informational, national, and then the transactional. So this is the terms I have coined from Kim Kosaka off of the Alexa blog. Excuse me. And it's a real easy way to look at the 3 different levels. Answering questions, showing people the discounts of where they can buy, and actually giving call to actions and having product offers and discounts. Okay. Now, having a content partner allows me to focus on one aspect of what I think is important along the customer's journey. So, for example, if I want to answer a lot of questions in the informational phase, I wanted to tie it with a content partner of like maybe excitement, like what excites my customers when it comes to this product or service of my business. Now, for competitors, what you would like to do, what the best idea, in my opinion, is to get a little bit of thinking time. Is to look at your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay. In your business and your branding, it'd be important to identify which marketing campaigns that you're using right now are your most strongest ones, and which ones are your weakest ones. Where's your opportunities and where's your threats? SWOT analysis or TOWS or any other principle that is related to strategy, right? The reason why you want to do this is so that you can add to the value as an operation, so that when you're posting on social media, it shows that you have a suite of things that you can provide for people. For example, say I want to do sports management, I want to answer some questions, and I want to do it during the excitement for my customers, right? So promotions helps get my clients excited about. So I'll answer some questions about sports management, and I'll make sure that it's time. But when I looked at my competitors' words, and I found out that you're using corporate identity development, right, with Jackson Labs, and I see that for me, it's more of a weakness than a strength. What I do is, instead of focusing on corporate identity, I focus on collaboration, right? Because for me, my strength when it comes to helping out different offices within businesses, corporate identity is a good thing that I can focus on, but collaboration is much more my strong suit. Because I've worked a lot of jobs, I've worked with a lot of different cultures, different sizes of people, different skill levels over the past like 5 to 10 years. And I'll be able to provide a much more effective strategy and what the sports managers want through focusing on the collaborative aspect of it. So I need to ask questions about during the corporate, right? Like in the more business aspect, the corporate aspect of sports. How are you collaborating? How are you building teams? And how do you settle differences and handle the friction that happens when you're trying to develop your identity? Because that's a more of a collaborative concept rather than overarching corporate identity subject. You see what I mean? So as you add these competitor words into your repertoire and you become more aware of them, you'll be able to understand once going through like a SWOT analysis, like how you position your further down the line in your content. So if I have like Instagram, right, and I have these 9 boxes that I want to create like videos for, right? And two of the photos are going to be informational, and it's going to be focusing on sports management, and it's also going to focus on the excitement phase, and it's a promotion. But I'm focusing on the collaborative aspect. I'm going to be making a video about building teams as a sports manager, and I'll have a promotion about how do you celebrate the teams that you work with as a sports management. And the best photo and video gets 30% off on our next product, right? So now you can see that all these levels are put together. You even put yourself into a even more strategic sense when it comes to how you're going to look to your clients. So we have to start writing down because we're reaching the end of our class. And this has been a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to go so far on the using the software Spyfu. However, it was really good that we were able to look at a real life example, so that it's not something that's unfamiliar. So we looked at where you can go to find your competitor keywords, Spyfu, and choosing searching up different businesses that are similar to yours, picking the one that stands out the most to you, and then going to their website and looking at the words and the phrases and the concepts that they are using on their site. We also look at the advertising words and the organic words and see that they're. We also looked at why is it important to look at your competitor. The reason why it's important to look at your competitor is because it helps you not feel so alone in your marketing material, and makes you see more clearly in what you can and cannot use, what's working and what's not working. It also allows you to have more partnerships and provide more value for the people in your industry. And it also helps you become more strategic and gain a higher favorability in the market. Because as you understand the different areas in the industry and how you can effectively maximize those areas, including a competitor, your business grows, your profit grows. And then we looked at how we can apply this to our content management plan. And the answer, SWOT analysis. By using a SWOT analysis, by looking at your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities and the threats, you'll be able to see in your business the different types of products, services, offers, information, and value that you can provide within your content. Excuse me. So that when you're posting online, you're posting on social media, you're performing and putting into motion the marketing plan, you're able to actually see what works, what doesn't, but more importantly, you'll be doing it from a place of strength. You'll know that when you're posting the video on Instagram and you have an offer or a product, or you're having a webinar or a class, you'll know that it'll be using a strength that you know is strategic, because it'll be using your strengths, because you look at competitors, what they're doing, and you already differentiated yourself. I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank YouTube, Pandora, Spotify, LinkedIn, Instagram. I'd like to thank iTunes and Napster, Deezer, iHeartRadio, all my audiences that have been listening in. Thank you so much for spending time here. I love you. You are amazing. You are very incredible. And I really appreciate you just being here. Remember that you're very, very important. You are valuable. Don't think that when you're stuff, or you're trying to learn new music, or you're doing different marketings, try to go off the deep end, or you're trying to do something that you've never done before, you can do it. Okay. Do not believe that it's not possible. I can do it, you can do it. When I first started trying to learn about sales and stuff like that, I knew nothing. Absolutely nothing. When I started with marketing, I knew nothing. I had to work side jobs. I had to be homeless. I had to do all of those types of stuff to be able to continue to do what I'm doing right now, just so I can be on this platform and speak to you directly. And I can say with confidence that if I can do it with all the struggles that I've been through, you do it. All right. So tomorrow we're going to be going over. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look up the schedule right now. So, wait, what? Oh, okay. I'll see the video. All right, hold on. I'm looking at the video right now so I can show you what's going on tomorrow in the class. All right. Let's see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. It's still loading. My computer's slow. Tomorrow's going to be using. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Okay, so tomorrow is going to be audience keywords. It's going to be around the same time. You can find this and all the other great stuff going on at facebook.com/The Wolf Empire SVC or at linkedin.com/IN/Daryl White II, DARRELLWHITEII. Okay? It's going to be from 12:30 to 1:30. And I had a really fun time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Be able to apply some stuff, ask some questions, do some further research, find some stuff, have some fun, and also enjoy your day. All right. Talk to you guys later.